Happy Miracle Monday to you. Um, well, the idea for Miracle Monday was kind of the brainchild that my Mama Dawn and I talked about at the family reunion over this summer, and really a concentrated effort and prayer for, various family members, situations in life, and since then I've been making a video every Monday since about September, and I have to say that my life has changed in a lot of ways since I started making that effort and really exercising concentrated prayer in my life and the lives of my family. Finally getting to publishing one of these videos because of just an amazing experience with my aunt. My Aunt Elaine had tragically fell, broke her leg, and ended up dying for 50 minutes, and miraculously came back. And it's been touch and go for quite a while. It's been like a week and a half or so now, and she's starting to be responsive, and it's amazing just the effort of her church, all of our family members, just praying and sending her lots of love. It's beautiful, and the effects are measurable. I mean, prayer's been studied, and it's good stuff. It's very good stuff. So I'm just incredibly grateful that my auntie is on the mend and she survived. Those fat emboli usually will take you out, so it's really it's a miracle that she's still with us, and we're not stopping the prayers her way, because she's not out of it yet. But my cousin Kim had asked to make a little video to send her, and so I was like, oh my god. She texted me that today. I was like, okay, I gotta do one of these. So Auntie Lane, you're a miracle, and we all love you, and I'm so happy that you're my sweet aunt, and I can't wait to see you. And everybody's sending you lots of love and prayers, and we're gonna keep it up. And thank you. One of the things that I've been praying for consistently is improving relationships, in all relationships in my life, really. Just having gone through, life's trials like we all do, sometimes can get you down, and being able to come back and really make a lot of changes has been so fantastic for me and my children's lives. I mean, my relationship with my kids, I've really been wanting to improve, and this weekend was just amazing. We had so much fun, and so that's been a huge answer to prayer. And some of the experiences that I've had with my clients have been pretty miraculous. And actually, one of my clients sent me to, what was it? Romans chapter 15:13. And it goes like this: now the God of hope fill you with all joy and peace in believing, that ye may abound in hope through the power of the Holy Spirit. And that really touched me, because when you're coming from a place of desperation and anxiety and fear, it's hard, it's hard to feel hopeful about anything. And um, this particular client has an amazing wife that he is not given up on, and despite everything, she is improving and has continued to improve, and I'm really grateful and honored to be a part in that, and I believe and hope that she will continue to get better, and pray that she will be restored, and hey, if you guys have a minute, please send this gal lots of love. All my clients, please, all of us. I mean, pray for everybody, my God. But some of these desperate cases that are miraculously improving, it's appreciated. So just wanted to do a couple things. I'm not going to make this like a huge long video, but want to put together somewhat of a format, and just sharing some of the things that have been really helpful in my life, and I please encourage everybody to share, whether it's books, scriptures, movies, saying a joke, I mean, whatever, we're all in this together, and the more hope and joy and love that we can bring to each other's lives, the greater all of our experiences will be. And thank you. So just wanted to share this. I'm getting started on this book, The Heart Math Solution. If you're not familiar with the Institute of Heart Math, please check it out. These guys are it's just incredible. A little fact: the first organ that develops in our bodies is the heart, and so yeah. And here's a little more science on that. In recent years, neuroscientists have made an exciting discovery. They found that the heart has its own independent nervous system, a complex system referred to as the brain in the heart. There are at least 40,000 nerve cells in the heart, as many as are found in various subcortical centers in the brain. The heart's intrinsic brain and nervous system relay information back to the brain in the cranium, creating a two-way communication system between the heart and the brain. The signals sent from the heart to the brain affect many areas and functions in the amygdala, the thalamus, and the cortex. The amygdala is an almond-shaped structure deep inside the brain's emotional processing system. It specializes in strong emotional memories. The cortex is where learning and reasoning occur. It helps us solve problems and determine right from wrong. The amygdala, the thalamus, and the cortex work closely together. When new information comes in, the amygdala assesses it for emotional significance. It looks for association, comparing what's familiar in emotional memory with new information coming to the brain. When it communicates with the cortex, it determines what actions would be appropriate. The discovery that the heart has its own nervous system, a brain that affects the amygdala, the thalamus, and the cortex, helps us to explain why physiologists John and Beatrice Lacey of the Fels Research Institute realized in the 70s that at the time it was known that the body's nervous system connected the heart with the brain. But scientists presume that the brain made all the decisions. No. Thank God. The Lacey's research showed that something else was happening. The Lacey's found that when the brain sent orders to the heart through the nervous system, the heart didn't automatically obey. Instead, the heart responded as if it had its own distinctive logic. Sometimes when the brain sent an arousal signal to the body, a response to the stimuli, the heartbeat sped up accordingly. But frequently, it actually slowed down, while the other organs responded with arousal. The selectivity of the heart's response indicated that it wasn't merely mechanically responding to a signal from the brain. Rather, the heart's response appeared to depend on the nature of the particular task at hand and type of mental processing required. Even more intriguing, the Lacey's found that the heart appeared to be sending messages back to the brain, and the brain not only understood, but obeyed. As it looked through these messages from the heart, and it looked as though these messages from the heart could actually influence a person's behavior. The Lacey's and others discovered that our heartbeats aren't just mechanical throbs of a diligent pump, but an intelligent language that significantly influences how we perceive and react to the world. Subsequent research also discovered that the rhythmic beating patterns of the heart are transformed into neural impulses that directly affect the electrical activity of the higher brain centers, those involved in cognitive and emotional processing. In the 1970s, the Lacey's ideas were considered controversial. Yet even then, forward-looking thinkers glimpsed the depth and scope of these implications about the heart. In 1970, Dr. Francis Waldrop, then director of the National Institute of Mental Health, stated in a review article that of the Lacey's work that in the long run, their research may tell us much about what makes each of us a whole person, and may suggest techniques that can restore distressed person to health. One of our goals as we pursue the heart math solution was to take the Lacey's work still further. They had established the heart's capacity to, in effect, think for itself under certain circumstances. We want to understand how the heart formulates its logic and influences behavior. Very cool. And this, as you can imagine, really ties into the fight and flight system in our body, which that's the amygdala. And and under stressful conditions, when you're stressed out, you lose kind of communication with the heart and the mind, and finding that peace is so essential to accessing the higher cognitive parts of the brain. I'm just figuring this out. I still have ridiculous amounts of work to do, but it is. I know it's been very, very helpful for me, especially in my school and education and learning. When I'm stressed out and freaking out about stuff, it's hard to retain information. It's hard to find that peaceful place to learn, and so just really grateful for the Heart Math Institute and what they're doing and the work they've done. One more little quick thing. Actually, too. Many of you have probably seen this or heard of it. If you haven't, The Secret. This movie, my mom got it for me. Thank you. I love this movie.